At the player object, we will do collision with enemy. We will check the sprite index for the action and then create the explosion, do the health score, and then move the aircraft to the bottom of the screen. And the collision with the enemy bullets, which is two types of bullets, again we will check the sprite index, do the explosion, calculate the health, and then we destroy the bullet. So this is how the player spawn will look like. I've already made one here, but I'm going to show you how to make one now. You start off by duplicating your player sprite. Go to edit image and under effect, choose grayscale. For multiple sprites, select all the sprites and just do the same, choose grayscale. In between each sprite, you insert a frame and let this frame be empty. And because of the empty frames, you will get a flash and reduce the speed to 12 frames. Make sure your origin is at middle center and check out your collision mask, which will happen to be offset, so you have to correct it. While it is not necessary, it is good practice to follow the same collision mask as the O player. So select manual and enter the figure for the left and top as the same as the O player. The best place to use this will be at the explosion big object under animation end. The reason is when the object explodes, a new life will be created, which is like you could call it like a spawn. A new life is spawned, and it is during this time where the player can be in a difficult situation. So you give the player a few seconds to clear off a difficult situation, and that will be the spawning period. So drag the set sprite action above the instance destroy and set sprite to as player spawn. Frame will be default of 0. After that, you set the alarm countdown for the player, O player. You should change alarm 0 to alarm 1. Select about 200 steps. It is slightly about 3 seconds, slightly more than 3 seconds. When we go to O player, we set up alarm 1 to set the sprite to S player. That means after 200 steps, alarm 1 goes off and object player sprite will change back to its original. Okay, now we do collision with your enemy. The first thing we do is we want to check if the sprite index is equal to S player. The reason again here is because we are interested in collision with the player rather than with the spawn. So we check. If it's a spawn, it doesn't matter. But if it's a player, it does matter. So the next one will be, if it's true, if the sprite index is S player, then you create an instance of explosion small. Put in the layer name, and then you set the health relative minus 20. You're reducing the health. Next, you set the score, and here you'll be adding 20 points, so 20 and relative. So after setting the score, we will have to make the aircraft go to the bottom of the screen. From there, it will still carry on moving down until it hits a certain value, and then it goes up to the screen and carries on moving down again. So for this, we'll use jump to points, and we will just assign a value to Y. For the collision with the enemy bullet, of which you'll have two collisions, you just cut and paste from O enemy, but make the necessary changes. For example, the set health will be -5, and when it gets hit by an enemy bullet, you lose 5 points, and that should be relative as well. Set score is not required, so delete it. Not forgetting, you have to destroy the enemy bullets after collision. Copy and paste all these actions for the smart bullet. You will make sprites for the additional health, which I call O repair, and the power up by extracting from your sprite sheet as shown in this video. The procedure for extracting these sprites is the same as what was shown earlier. I'm just doing this here for illustrative purposes only, so please follow along. Don't forget to center your origin and to check your collision mask. After you have made the sprites, make two objects, one for each. For the O repair in the create event, just set the instance scale to 1.5, both horizontal and vertical. Likewise for the power up. The reason why I'm doing this is because I find this icon a bit small, so I'm just increasing the size to 150%. Next, we will do the collision for O repair and the power up as well. Naturally, for O repair, we will set health to 100. And remember, it should not be self, it should be set to O HUD. Then you drag the action for destroy other. Next, we do the collision with O ammo, but before that, we will need a variable. So go back to create and you assign a variable name called bullet2. Go back to O ammo, collision with O ammo, and you assign this bullet2 with a value of 1, and you destroy the other.